Hi, welcome everybody. Good evening. This is Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed radio show, and I am your host, Trevay Nicole. And we have been on the air for a few weeks now. We've been talking about day breakers, how to win your day before it even starts. And I hope you guys have enjoyed that series. Why do we call the show Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed? Especially during this time, we want to make sure that we keep an open mind. We keep our eyes open so we can be aware of what's going on. We keep our ears open so we can hear what's going on. But we want to make sure we keep our mouth open as well to keep speaking those things over our life, keep praying, keep the faith, keep talking to each other, keep communicating with each other, especially at a time where we can't see each other, at least not in person. We can't spread love the way we want to through giving hugs and things like that. But we want to make sure that we continue to encourage each other. Now, with that being said, the topic that we're starting on today is called the mustard seed movement. We're talking about people that have made faith moves that make faith movements. And on the show today, we have a guest that has made a lot of faith moves, in my opinion, and it's caused some major faith movements. Just a little bit about him now. He's a visionary. He's a philanthropist. He's an influencer. He's amazing. He's awesome. He's just a great human being. We have on our show today Mr. Nolen Davis.
Thank you,
Nolen,
thank you.
thank you for
What's
coming on
going
the
on
show.
with you? Man,
Nothing much. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. First and foremost, I want to thank you for having me. And you said such great things about me, but exactly what you said about me is exactly how I feel about you. You came on
Well,
my
thank
virtual
you.
launch party. You blew it out. We had a great time. We inspired some people. Had over 2,000 something views.
Yes.
Didn't market it. Nobody was ready for it. We just hit the internet with it and killed it.
Yes.
So, man, I appreciate you.
Awesome. Well, I do. I read up on you. I already knew you, but I read up on you, and I was reading your purpose on your website, and I really love it. I want to share that with everyone. Your purpose, it says, is to serve by creating opportunities for people to reveal their greatness and inspire others through your examples. And I just applaud you for that. I applaud you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's so awesome to me.
So, I feel like everybody has a superpower, a God-given gift,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I feel like so many times people don't even see their own gift, right?
Right.
Because
That's true.
they're in awe of somebody else's gift and they're trying to be like that person
Right.
and not really look at their own gift. So I create platforms and opportunities for people to reveal their greatness and to end that environment, right? What does that
Mm-hmm.
environment
Right.
feel like that everybody gets the love and
Right.
then try to lead through that
Right.
example.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
so awesome. I know you've done a lot of things in order to fulfill this purpose. Your resume is very lengthy. You've done so much. One of the things that I just love, I think, was what you did for the children with special needs.
Okay.
When you washed their feet. You had the
Yes.
event where they got their feet washed. That was just, it really touched my heart. That was amazing. Just the outpouring of love. And I know from the facial expressions and just from how it made me feel that those kids felt great. They felt like there was some greatness inside of them, which is a very true thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I want you to talk to us a little bit about Up Social Live and what that is and what you guys do with that.
So Up Social Live is pretty much my networking group, and so I wanted people to have an opportunity, like on one of my platforms, to
Mm-hmm.
feel special. And a lot of times, because I own a video production company, I'm gonna tell you a little thing that I do. I cheat, right? So my videos come out really well only because I see people in their greatness. So my videos reflect how I see you. So when I do a video for you, people say, "Oh my God, you made me look great." That's how I see you.
Hmm.
If I don't like you, I don't care if you pay me $1 million, I can't make you look great. Right? So I have a special, I will say, special eyesight or special vision for
Hmm.
each person.
Hmm.
So I have all of these small business owners that surround me, and everybody's struggling to try to get out, and people are trying to build their brand.
Right.
People are trying to make a name for themselves. And I've had radio shows and TV shows before. And so I literally can speak with you and make you look great, even if you're sitting there stuttering and
Right.
don't know what to say. So what I did was I said, why don't we network? Why don't we do it in front of a live audience, invite others, give them breakfast so everybody's feeling good, gotta have some coffee because it's early
Hmm.
sometime, right, to get things popping, and then interview each and every person. Now, when you interview each person, first of all, people are excited. They feel good
Hmm.
about it, right? Make you feel great. And then everybody in the audience passes that stream out. So now you network in the room, but you digitally network as well.
Right.
So you have all of these people that you didn't even know that's passing the stream out that they're on. They're like, oh my God, check me out. I'm going to
Right.
be up next. But then you come on to follow, and now that introduces you to their markets, and it's reciprocating, right?
Hmm.
So everybody's seeing everybody on one stream. And that's why we got 2,000 views, because my people are used to passing it out. I think we had
Right.
150 shares of just my people passing it out,
Right.
and we're getting the views and then you get to interact, and that's how you build
Right.
your brand. So it was something that we had up to 8 different locations, and then I wanted to make all of my people feel that much more special. So what
Hmm.
I did was I broke a Guinness Book of World Records with all of my people from the networking group. So literally for 24 hours, I just interviewed all of my people and their friends. We got over 34,000 views and conducted about $100,000 worth of business and broke a
Wow.
Guinness Book of World Records at the same time.
Wow.
So I'm in the book for the most TV interviews in 24 hours, and I broke it by over 100. It was 100. It
Wow.
was 70 when I went for it, and now it's 173, and I'm currently still in the book.
Wow. So you didn't just break the record, you surpassed. You passed the
I
record
tried
up.
to blow it up. I didn't want
You blew
nobody
it
to
up?
come after it, right? I wanted it to be on my tombstone and still the Guinness World Record holder, right? So yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Well, like I said, with all of that, all that you've done, all that you're going to do, it really is an honor to have you on my show. And I know I've been on Up Social Live, and it was amazing. And it was
Thank you.
awesome for
Thank you.
networking and building a brand and meeting new people that I still am friends with to this day. And you're on my show, but I know that you have your own radio show. I think it's called Step Up to Greatness
Yes. So
radio show.
yep. So
You tell
Step
us
Up
about your
Radio.
radio show.
Right. So Step Up Radio. Since the COVID situation, we're not doing Step Up right now.
Oh,
But Step Up Radio. So Step Up Radio is a spinoff of the video that you saw, Step Up to Greatness.
right.
So Step Up, literally, up is unleashing potential. So Up Social Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Step Up is always unleashing potential. So I wanted you to be able to
Wow.
network with social media and that
And
whole
unleash
unleash
potential.
your potential.
Mm-hmm.
But Step, to me, is your fingerprint on success, because the acronym of STEP, these 4 elements, nobody can do exactly what you do, and here's why.
Right.
Self-discipline, right? So everybody they have different levels of self-discipline. You need to always beat on your craft, so you need to
Right.
have that. T is for talent. Talent is your God-given gift. How you was born, this is your superpower, this is what God gave you. No two people really have the same
Right.
superpower and see it the same way. E is your experience or your environment.
Hmm.
So if you grew up in Alaska, there's going to be certain things that you know different than me that I
Right.
grew up in Chicago,
Right.
or even the home that you grew up in. If all of your uncles are mechanics, you learn how to work on the car. If all of your aunties are cooks, you learn how to cook really well. So your experience, and then P is your purpose or what you're passionate about, right?
Wow.
What
Yes.
are you here to do? So when you look at self-discipline, talent, experience, and purpose will unleash your potential to greatness. That's what Step Up was all
Wow.
about. So we just
Wow.
really, it was another platform for me to get all of the people. I know a lot of people now. So to get
Mhm.
all the people I know to showcase those people and put them on
Right.
platforms so people can find their own ingredients, right? What I mean by that is you, Treve, right?
Mhm.
Treve from Daybreakers. Y'all need to get
Yes.
this book, right? You, Treve, you have your own superpower, and that is an ingredient that people can learn after, right?
Right.
So people can find out if I need 2 tablespoons or 2 bags of that ingredient to model their life after as we look for our recipe for success,
Wow.
right? So
Mhm.
as each person that you're talking to, now I'm talking to you like big brother right now, each
Okay.
person that you talk to, figure out how much or how little. And even if that ingredient tastes good to you right now, but it doesn't fit in this current recipe,
Mhm.
sometimes you set it to the side and say, I'll get to that later, because it's going to be so many different meals that you make on your way to success, so to speak. So that's how you want to, that's how I look at it. So yeah.
Wow. That is amazing.
Mm,
Awesome and great words to live by, to think about making a recipe for success with everybody's superpower.
absolutely.
Wow, and that's how we do it. We put everything that we're good at together, especially during this time.
Yep.
Especially during this time. If you're just now joining us, we are here with the amazing Mr. Nolen Davis. And we've talked a little bit about, well, just now, how everybody can be successful. We all just work together, we all just stick together. There's been so many things that have happened in the last few months. Some of us were going through before any of those things happened, before COVID came about. And it just seems like when that hit, we just sunk even lower into the hole, into the pit that we were already in. And we're just here today to tell you to hold on, right?
Yes.
We're trying to encourage you to keep faith. Some of you, we're trying to reintroduce faith to you. And some of you, we're introducing faith to you for the very first time. So, my question for all of you is, where is your faith? What is it doing right now? What does it look like right now? Have you lost it in the midst of the pandemic, of everything that's going on? Is it buried under the rubble of the tower that's built up on top of this circumstance and that circumstance and that circumstance? How is it looking? And I hope that you are not someone that has given up already. I hope that you're not someone that's already lost the faith. Hold on. There's good reason. Trust me, there's good reason to hold on, because you're worth it. And there's other people out there, as we just talked about, who need your ingredient in order for
Mhm.
them to be successful. And you need their ingredient in order to make this recipe work so we all can be successful. And speaking of being successful, Nolen,
Yes.
as I said at the beginning, you've been making some moves. You've been making some faith moves, and
Yes.
they're causing some faith movement. So, you've come up with some ways, or you know of some ways for people to still be able to make money during this time. Can you tell us a little bit about that, or how people can have access to that information?
Absolutely, absolutely. So as you talk about a movement, you're
Mhm.
absolutely correct. What I have, because I talk about superpowers, I have my team, which is Justice League. Each person has their own superpower, and we love, cherish, and promote those people's superpowers, right? And so, under the umbrella of Up Social, Justice League, and virtual launch parties, we're going to get started back with that. So, I'm going to
Mhm.
be inviting you to that as well.
I will be there.
But thank you. But that movement is an economic movement. People right now are figuring out we were one virus away from economic fail.
Right.
4 or 5 months ago, the economy was booming. People
Mhm.
had no problems. Now people are unemployed. They're furloughed. Businesses are shutting down. Even when you took your life and your future into your own hands and said, I'm going to start my own business, this virus has set you back some, right?
Right.
So when we talk about extra streams of income,
Mhm.
for me, it's not just mindset. So people are always talk about you got to be with people with the same mindset. Right now, it's mindset and heart set. It's not just
Right.
mindset
That's
because
true.
people mindset you'll say I read books, you read books. All right. You'll say I can work 14 hours, you can work 14 hours. Then
Right.
you have somebody to say I'm looking to step on everybody to get to the top and you like hold on, I want to bring
Yeah.
everybody to the top with me, right? So if you are looking for true opportunity that's literally expounding past the United States, I personally have expanded my business in Canada, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, and we're going to Malaysia next. We have a very exclusive product that nobody else has, and you literally have to come through me to get it. And it does amazing things, and I have amazing testimonials for those that want to jump on with something that's helping people. I tell people this is what Justice League does. We give you the opportunity to help people, to earn money, and to save money in a very loving atmospheres. No high pressured sales. It's all about literally still building you and your brand, still revealing your greatness, but using these vehicles very smartly to do it. If you are that person and you feel like you need a chance, you feel like you want to be around motivated individuals that truly support each other, if you feel like you need to change, a chance and a change is two totally different
Mhm.
things.
Right.
And if you feel like there's nobody out there and there's nothing out there and you don't get the support that you need as you move forward. So a lot of times people throw you out in certain situations and it's you get too far out of your comfort
Right.
zone and you digress, right?
Right.
You just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be successful. If you really want to make some money and change your life and use that extra stream of money to build who God wanted you to be, I'm the person you need to talk to. I promise you that. That's what it is. So if you're interested in that, what you can do is anybody can check me out. You can go to my website, which is nolendavis.com, and you can see all the things, or not all, but some of the things that I've done. You spell my name Nolen, and you can send me an email at Nolen, Nolen, at upsocialnetwork.com. And we will definitely take care of you and get you into the family. As long as you got the right mindset and heart set, I'm not working with no foolishness. Anybody in
Right.
my team will tell you that. And because of that, we have such big support and
Mhm.
trust with each other that we can overcome. As you talk about faith, we
Mhm.
know as a team and as a unit, we can overcome any obstacle together and know that everybody's on the same accord.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
With that being said, the other day I was talking about how we get, and I'm speaking from experience just from myself. I don't know about anybody else, but we get so upset because we're here and some of us are working daily. We're working every day. And sometimes it seems like our pay does not match the time that we put in. And daily we live, we're tried. We're tried every day by fire. We're tested. We're taxed. Our paychecks get taxed, but we also get taxed as we're working at our job and at home and just everywhere that we are throughout the day. Our joy is taxed. Our peace is taxed. Our mind is taxed. Our relationships, our marriages, our family, our career, everything, every part of our life seems to just get taxed. And just like with our paychecks, just like with those income taxes, we still owe. We end up owing afterwards. And that amount that we owe, it seems like our all. It seems like we've given our all. It seems like everything when we still owe a little bit after that. But when it comes to faith, I'm so glad that the spiritual return and the reward that we're getting back from that, the smiles, the happiness, the joy, the peace, it far outweighs that financial return and that financial burden that we end up getting. And I mean, we're having faith means that you're set up for life, in my opinion. And there's no amount of money that can pay for that. People always talk about how there's people that are rich, that are wealthy, that have all this money, but they're not happy. And I people argue that sometimes you have to be, in order to be happy, you have to live that life with barely any money. You just want it's I teach, and some of my kids, their goal in life, when we talk about, do you want to be rich, do you want to be wealthy, what do you want to do when you get older, and some of them say, I just want to have enough. I just want to be okay. I don't have to be rich. I don't want to be, doing bad, but I just want to have enough. And they stop right there. I want a boring job with a family, living in a one-story house, and I'm good. And, in a sense, it shows you that they've experienced some kind of upset in their childhood with how they're living. And at the same time, they know that it's not all about the riches that make you happy. Um, and then again, at the same time, I want to push them past what they see. And in reality, and we see reality now, we plan for things, but things don't always go the way that we expect them to, which is why it's important to keep the faith, because I still believe that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I still believe that, in spite of everything that's going on, in spite of what it looks like, you can do whatever you put your mind to if you have enough faith. And I know people throw faith around, and to the point where if you've been through enough, you can get tired of hearing it. You can get tired of hearing, just hold on, just keep the faith. You can get tired of hearing, just be positive, just look at the bright side. People get tired of hearing, and I know that there are people out there that are tired of hearing it, which is why Nolen and I are here to encourage you. So, Nolen, can you just share with us what is faith to you, and what is the importance of having faith, in your opinion?
So you said a lot. So I want to hit on a couple of those things, right?
Okay.
So it's not. I do want to make money, right?
Mhm.
And you've seen I give a lot of money
Right.
away, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
I've seen.
so right. So it's literally about having the opportunity to obtain the resources that you're looking for,
Mhm.
right? To get you to the next level. But here's the thing: your happiness comes from the impact that you make.
Right.
The money that you make is a byproduct of your impact. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
So if you're just making an impact, you literally at for free can be a shoulder to cry on with somebody and make an impact for that person
Right.
and feel good about what you're giving at the level that you can give it. So
Right.
for all the people that are like, I can't wait to get rich, to give something to somebody, there's people out there that just want an ear. There's people out there that just need a smile. There's
That's
people
true.
out there that just want a kind word that if you can just, sometimes you need to inflate somebody's ego because
Right.
the world is designed to break you down to
Yes, it
build
is.
themselves up. right? So all the time you're in a situation of sometimes you're not even in competition and you feel like you're competing. That's because that's the seed that's been sown in the
Right.
world of I have to beat everybody else. And in my opinion,
Right.
I don't believe competition is really real. Here's why. Because at the end of the day, you literally make up in your own mind that this dude Larry is your arch nemesis,
Mm,
and you need to beat Larry. Right?
right.
We're going back and forth. When you die and get to the pearly gates, God is not going to say, "Did you beat Larry? You didn't. Go to hell." Larry's not even going to come up.
No, he's not gonna say
Right?
that.
It has
That's
nothing to
true.
do with Larry, right? But we do need to push ourselves,
Yes,
right?
we do.
And so to push ourselves to live our life to our potential, we made up competition. So there's a healthy competition, and
Mhm.
then there's the
Yeah.
competition that's not so healthy, right? So with that being said, faith is enjoying the process and removing your emotions from the results. I'll
Right.
give you an
Mm.
example. If I did crunches right now and then looked in the mirror for a six pack, dude, I'm not gonna, everybody wants immediate
Yes,
gratification,
they do.
right?
True.
But you gotta have faith that at some point in time, I'm gonna break down the fat, build the muscle, and I have to enjoy the process. I literally have to say every day I do crunches. That's what I do. That's
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
I know where I want to get to, and to get there, I have to do it. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Now, when you remove the hair, the bones, the skin, everything that's not edible, now you strategically are looking at a smaller pile, and then if you can cook like my grandmother cooked, some days we go have barbecue elephant. Then some days we go have Cajun elephant. Then we go have stir fry elephant. And what I try to do is with my team and what we do, I try to help you eat the elephant one bite at a time and you don't even know it. If you just keep coming, we'll feed you, we'll take care of you, we'll help you build your brand. And before you know it, you done ate a whole elephant. And I'm like, see, we accomplished that together, easy peasy, right? So
Right.
faith is literally looking at what you want to do, having faith in the process, and then just enjoying the process. Because
Right.
if you get caught up on the results, dude, at every time you're looking for the result, that makes you more tired. When you don't
Right.
get the results you want, you're like, oh, I didn't get it. Instead of, I just got to do crunches every day. Time to do my crunches, boom. And that's something that you do. So that's what I look at as far as faith is concerned for those people that may not be so spiritual, right?
Right.
So when you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, faith can mean a whole bunch of other
Right.
things.
That's true.
um but you got to have also faith in yourself.
Right.
That's one thing that I've always had. That's one of the things that make me different from I don't care what you tell me, I got faith in myself. And sometimes you'll say, Nolan, that's foolish, and I say, okay, that might be foolish. But sometimes when stuff is really resonating all up in
Mhm.
my spirit and you like, that's foolish, I'm like, no, I'll die for it. Like I got to do it. Like it's
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yes, I
So, so
understand.
yep. So it's so many levels of faith, but I really believe that people need to just enjoy the process.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
here's last thing I'm going to say about the enjoying the process. I believe that, let's say this is a map, right?
Mhm.
And we all start here, and everybody's goal is here. There's a million roads to get here, right? Now, the people that's not enjoying the process, I'm going to show you something, right? The people that are not enjoying the process, They're just looking for the results.
Mhm.
They're clawing, they're climbing, they're running, they're making deals to try to get to where they need to go to, and they miss all the people they could have met along the way because they're in a hurry, right? But when you really enjoy the process, what does that look like? A run through the park of I'm on fire, and you
Mhm.
know, the urgency, and a walk through the park of a person that's just enjoying the day, that physically looks different, right?
Right.
So the people that you meet along the way, like, good day, sir, right? As you
Mhm.
meet everybody along the way, if for some odd reason you fall from glory and you made it to your destination, the person that's rushing falls all the way back down to square one because they didn't
Wow.
really cherish the relationships and
Right.
build good relationships with those people. They didn't learn the lessons along the way. But if you enjoy the process, meet the people, learn from those people, implement those ingredients
Mhm.
into your recipe of
Mhm.
success, when something happens like a coronavirus, you know,
Yes.
all the people that's down, that's all along, they can catch you,
Yes,
right?
they can.
Absolutely. So that's what I did.
Wow, I'm glad you said that because you talked about the process and enjoying the process. And I want to talk to those people that are finding it difficult to enjoy the process because the process is not always blissful. But and I'm gonna jump ahead of myself because I want to be on the same page that you're on. I want to flow with you. Um, when I was studying for this, talking about faith, I came across a couple of scriptures, and you got to read the word for you. When you read the word for yourself, it just hits differently. Just like if someone goes to see a movie and they come back and they tell you, man, you got to go see this movie. It was just something else. It was amazing. This happened. That it was shooting. It was this and that and that. And then you go see the movie and you don't like the movie.
Right, right, right,
You
right.
can't take people's word for it. You got to dig into it yourself. And so, with that being said, I've heard the scripture before when I was younger, and the scripture is Matthew 17:20. It says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." When I was younger and I heard the scripture, I had a child's mind. So I have a very vivid imagination. All I saw was a mountain disappearing and reappearing. It actually just moving, kind of like a cartoon. But reading that scripture and then finding this other scripture that follows after that in the next book, which is Mark 11:23, says, "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain," so pretty much when you tell this mountain to move and go throw yourself into the sea, and you don't doubt in your heart, but you have faith and you believe that it'll happen, it'll be done for them. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, okay, I have experience now. I have a little bit of knowledge now. I've been to school. If I'm gonna tell a mountain to move, first of all, there's gonna be a lot that's happening when that mountain moves. If I have faith enough to believe the mountain is gonna move and I tell it to move and it starts moving, this mountain is in the ground and it starts moving, some stuff is going to start shaking, it's going to start shifting, it's going to feel scary, it's going to be a little rocky, the earth is going to start quaking and some stuff is going to get moved around, shifted around. And then on top of that, when the mountain finally is up in the air, some rocks and dirt and stuff may fall while it's in the air. Once it hits the sea, oh my gosh, when something that huge hits the water, the waves are gonna. There's gonna be a tsunami.
Right, right.
And so I've seen tsunamis before in a movie, and so I did some research. I had to go back and do a little bit of research about what exactly happens when there's a tsunami. The tsunamis are, from what I've seen on videos, it's a scary thing. I hope I never have to experience that, but what happens in a tsunami is that the waves begin to rise up, and it's like a ripple effect. Like they're rising up, and it's like ripples. They're pushing, they're coming in. And when it hits the shore, it starts flooding everything. Everything is so heavy and it's destroying everything in its pathway. And the people that have to go through this, that go through the earthquake and have to go through the tsunami, they tell you, just like when you're in a fire, they say stop, drop, and roll.
Mm-hmm.
They tell these people to drop, cover, and hold. And I'm like, man, if all this is gonna happen, by faith, I'm gonna tell this mountain to move, this situation to move, and all this stuff is gonna happen. There's a process of it moving. There's a process of this situation being over. Even though it looks rough and rocky and shaky and it feels bad, I have a new motto that I can say, like, hold on, keep the faith. My faith is coming. Drop, cover, and hold. That's what it is. All this stuff y'all
Right.
see happening, all this rocky and shakiness, it's just my faith. That's
Right.
all.
Right. Right.
Drop,
Right.
cover, and hold. Hold
Right.
on. Keep the faith. Drop, cover, and hold. And it's just, that was so amazing to me. And so I want people to understand, like you said, it's a process and we have to enjoy that process, knowing that the result has to be great. The result has to be good. Keep moving the
Absolutely.
mountains, keep telling them to move and just hold on. And now I didn't tell the people I had a treat for them, but what you're about to do is going to be a treat for them. So
We'll
meet
see how it turned
Nolen.
out. We'll see how it turned out.
Nolen and I have a treat for everybody. Something you do this on your radio show, right?
Yes, on Mondays. On Mondays, I used to do motivational Mondays, and I would do a motivational freestyle, right? And so
Right.
whoever would come on Mondays, I would make sure that they were a motivating person, and we would do a motivational cipher. So I would do a verse, and it would just, and anybody would pick whatever it is somebody wanted to talk about, and we would just literally motivationally speak over some music to give
Mm-hmm.
it the theatrics, and then we would just kill it. Like that's it.
Well, look, I'm about to play some music, and I want you to just do your thing, freestyle.
All right, let's see
All
what we
right.
got.
Can you hear the music good?
I can, I can.
Okay.
All right. So as we talk about drop, cover, and roll, drop, cover, and roll, the effects of having faith, the trickle down effect, the tipping point effect of literally having faith. What is having faith to that magnitude really means for people? Is it the confidence that you could stand there and say, I can move this mountain, and by any means necessary, I know I can do it? There's a bunch of people that have done rain dances, a bunch of tribes, a bunch of cultures that have done rain dances, but it's only one community that did a rain dance that they said every time that they did the rain dance, it rained. Now, was it the music that they played? Was it the style of dance? Was it the culture that they had? Literally, the reason that it was documented that each and every time that they did a rain dance that it rained is that they danced until it rained. They never stopped until it rained. I don't care if it took 4 hours, if it took 4 days, if it took 4 weeks. I want you to understand you need to have that mentality on what it is that you want. You need to have that mentality of I'm going to sacrifice for my purpose. You need to have that mentality to help others to literally develop their purpose in life, because what you do is a direct reflection of the world that we live in. How many people can absorb your goodness, your talent, your ingredient, to embed that into their recipe for success? As we talk about moving mountains, I had no idea she was going to say this. As we talk about moving mountains, that mindset, that level of confidence, and that level of determination should be what we are fighting for in our lives. We all get visions. See, people sometimes overlook their visions and say, oh, that was just a dream. Oh, I had this thought. And they never invest what's needed to invest to acquire that dream, to literally bring that to reality. What if that's God whispering in your ear saying, this is the person that you need to be? This is the person that I want you to be in this world because this world needs you to do this for them. How many people do you inspire with that? I need you to fight. I need you to, I know it's hard, but I need you to fight. I need you to change your mindset and say, it's not hard, it's the process. Because at the end of every process, there is a product. And what product do you want to be? Do you want to be the shiny product that's at the top that you could say they went through all of that transformation and came out the absolute best that they could? They took all of their potential and mustered up all of their energy to literally be what God created them to be. Move mountains in your life. Stop. What is it? Stop, cover, and roll.
Drop, cover, and hold.
Drop, cover, and hold. There you go. Boom. There you go.
Wow. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
But it's not surprising to me because you're amazing. So
well, thank you. I appreciate that, family. I appreciate that.
yes. Wow. We're gonna have to do a cipher one day. I'll have to
Absolutely.
jump in one day with you.
If we could literally, you and I, we could go back and forth. We could do this once a month. We could do it on Zoom and put it on Facebook and just do it however we want to do it. I'll pick them. You can pick the music. I'll pick the music. You're a musician. Like I'm not. I ain't trying to. So you can pick the music. You did a great job for the music today. But we could do this once every 2 weeks, once a month. Just you and I, like brother and sister, of just trying to inspire others.
Right.
And we still can promote, like you got a whole bunch of physical things. Like you got books, you like go listen to my song right there. Like I have stuff that's out in the air. Like, you know what I mean? Like I remember a time I did this. Like I got memories. You got stuff that I'm like, buy this book right now. But literally, people need to have that motivation.
Yes, they do.
That inspiration.
They do.
And they needed it from a kind word and a kind heart that's not trying to take advantage.
Right.
I don't need you to pay me $19 a month every month for you to come and get this.
Yes.
I just made that up right now. Like you ain't gotta pay me for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you want to get in the cipher, come on, let's kill it.
Look, y'all heard it. This is what we doing.
Let's kill
this is what we're gonna do.
Kill it. I'm trying to tell you, because I got my DJ R. Cole. We could do some things, or it could just be me and you. We can get back to because I already was thinking about getting back to the virtual launch party.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's do it, definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, Nolen, thank you so much again for coming on the show, for encouraging us, for helping us to have faith, to be reintroduced to faith, to be introduced for the first time to faith. It really was a blessing to have you on the show. And of course, thank you for all that you do every day.
Thank you.
For being amazing, for being awesome.
Man. Hey, I appreciate it. For those that are really trying to move mountains, get your day back. I'm trying to tell you, day breakers. I'm trying to tell you, there's some good stuff in there, and then you implement little by little. Before you know it, you're getting better and better. And true. After that, you be doper and doper. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Well, tell everybody once again how they can connect with you.
Man, so you can go to nolendavis.com, NOLENDAVIS.com. See exactly what I'm all about. You literally can text me. Text me at 832-317-8359. And You can email me at Nolen at upsocialnetwork.com. Treve, I thank you so much for being
Thank
on this.
you.
Man, I love the energy that we have together. I told you
Yes,
from I've been talking
definitely.
crazy to you from the first moment I saw you
Yes, you
and
have
and
been.
and bought your first book. I was like, who is this little girl over here? And I came over there and
I
just
will
started
not forget
talking to you.
that.
All right, cool. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do.
Yes. So this has been Treve Nicole and Nolen Davis with Mustard Seed Movement. Remember, we're talking about making faith moves that cause faith movements. And this is the Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed radio show. Listening every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern. Remember, too, as always, be patient in affliction and persistent in prayer. Hold on and keep the faith. And remember, job cover and hold. Closed mouths don't get fed. See you all next time.
Boom.